Yes, welcome back. We are going to look at another type of a receipt, which we said is a cash sale receipt. A cash sale receipt. Now, this cash receipt we said that is a document that shows the details and the amounts of goods sold by a business. That's what we say. But today we are not looking at the definition. We are looking at designing it and preparing it. How does it look like? So, we're going to look at, first of all, the components of a cash sale receipt. What is the first component? The first component, as we said, every document. I will continue reminding you that every document has some unique features, has common features, which carry marks. So if you understand the first feature, know that on every document that feature exists. Like for example, we need a heading on every document. And we know what heading is. The opening statement when you are answering. We need name and address. Of a business. We need the logo. We need a frame. We need the telephone number. We need the name of a document. We need name and address of the customer. We need the receipt number. We need the date when this document is written. We need the item column, item number column. We need the quantity of goods sold. We need the description of goods. We need the unit cost of goods. Others call it the rate. We need the total amount. Also others call it amount. We need the total the grand total, because you may get lost when I talk of the grand total. You may get lost. I'm meaning the grand total. The grand total. We need to see E and we need to see E and OE. This one stands for, I will talk about it. Then we need to see the statement goods once sold are not returnable. We need to see signature of the buyer, of the seller, signature and title of the seller. Then we need signature of the buyer and other relevant components that we could have not showed here. So these are some of the components, the contents, the features of a cash sale receipt, a document that shows the details and amounts of goods sold at a given period of time. What is the meaning of the heading? We know it very well. The name and address of the business. It means the person who is writing this document must be having the address. The logo, we know it very well that it shows the difference between your business and the other business. A frame shows that you are preparing a document which is transferable. A telephone number is a direction that your clients can easily access you for purposes of making orders and the rest. Then the name of the document, what are we preparing? What are we designing? Name and address of the customer, we must be knowing to whom are we sending this document. In other words, who has bought from us? What is his or her address? We want to see the receipt number. This cash sales receipt we are issuing out is number what in our receipt book for purposes of reference. Date when this document is written. When did we write this document? We need to know that on this day we sold goods and on this day we bought goods. As I said, if you write it and you give it out, to you who has written it, it shows that you sold the goods using the carbon copy. The one who received it shows that he bought, because he cannot buy from us and is given a receipt and then the receipt shows to him that he sold. No. The receipt will show to him that he bought and the receipt will show to us that we sold. Then item number column. Because he may buy very many items. Item number 1, he bought this. Item number 2, he bought this. Item number 3, we sold this to him. Then quantity of goods sold. How much quantity did he buy? If item number 1 was a cupboard or was a bench, how many benches? The quantity. Description is a bench. If the quantity is 2, what is the 2? That 2 benches. So the benches is trying to bring out the description, the details of what the other person did what? Took. Then the unit cost. If we bought 2 benches, how much did he buy each bench? If you were in a carpentry workshop. If you bought a cupboard, how many cupboards that 4? How much was each cupboard? This is a unit cost rate or cost per item. You can also call it cost per item. Then from there, the total amount. If you bought 2 benches and each bench is 2,000, then how much in total is on bench? That 2,000 times 2 is 4. So you write 4,000 in the total amount column. Then later on, you add the amounts, the total amounts for each quantity, for each item to get up with the total, grand total amount. Then it must show E and OE. You may sell goods, and the goods are going away. Remember, goods once sold are not returnable. But you find when there have been some mistakes on the goods. So E and OE stands for errors and omissions. Eh? E and OE, E and OE stands for errors and omissions expected. That when you sell your goods and the goods you have sold are not supposed to be returned back, but you have to give a provision that goods are E and O errors, that goods once sold are not supposed to be returned back unless there is an error and an omission. For example, if someone orders for 2 benches and for you send him 4 benches, there is a mistake, there is an error. He will return the 2 because he didn't order for them. If he says, I want 10 cupboards, and you take cupboards without some locks have no keys, that is an omission. You omitted. Omitting means leaving out. So such a kind of things that this one comes in to safeguard the customer that one much as goods once sold are not returnable, but there is a provision that they can be returnable or they can be returned in case there is an error and an omission. Then from there you have to look at the signature. You who is selling, you have to sign, and the buyer can also sign, acknowledging that he or she has received the goods. We are going to take a break. After that break, we shall see how to design a cash sales receipt. Thank you for attending for now. Let's have a break, and we shall start from there.